Okay, YouTube. It's Creative E-Curb coming at you. We're going to make another video today. We're doing tutorials on dirty pours, which are just flip cups, swipes. We lay down some paint, we either blow or we tilt backwards and forwards to come up with some interesting designs. I normally use chloroplast, but today I am using some old CDs and DVDs. I actually have a beer cap or a Smirnoff top on there that I have just glued down. I've punched a hole in it, so my design is I'm going to make like a painting collage of CDs after I have finished paintings, just to come up with something to have on to hang up as wall art. So we're going to lay down a foundation of white, or in this case off gray. Then we're just going to twirl this around, filling up the CD, laying down a layer of paint. Also helps when you pour your flip cup or you do your swipe. It helps it just flow easier because you've got paint down, and it just makes the whole painting process a lot easier. So we're just going to lay down a basic coat of paint. I'm going to twirl it around here, filling up all the space. Just going to help it along with my finger here. It's going to run off, so I don't have to worry too much. Okay, that's about it. Let me wipe my fingers here. I'm going to have to put my gloves on. What I think I'm going to do is add a few drops of isopropyl alcohol around and let that be sitting while I'm getting my gloves on. Let that spread out a little bit. Stand by for one moment. Again, this is Creative E-Curb. Just doing a quick little painting. It's always fun to get away from life and stresses. Come into your studio, which can just be an extra room. It could be the kitchen table, for that matter. Just a place where you can have some supplies. In my case, I have a very tiny room in my house, which was probably a pantry, but I turned it into a studio. And I just have my art supplies in here, my table, and it's my little private space. I come in here and do some paintings. So let's start off with a little bit of metallic red. Let's get some green in there this time. Let's do some greens. Let's do like a light green. It's another good color. Let's put a little bit of yellow in there. A little bit of yellow. Well, that yellow is thick. I need to stir that up and put a little bit more Floetrol in there. And later I'll explain about Floetrol. Let's put a little bit of some like canary yellow in there. Got it. What other colors do you think? Let's go with a little bit more red. Let's do a little bit more. Get some color in there. Now let's do a little bit of black. And I might put a drop of white on top of the black. Let's see, where's my white? Have some white right here. That's it. Now we're going to move this around a little bit and see how this comes out. Let's just take, you know what I might do is blow a little bit from above. Let's just take a look at it. Let's pick it up and move around a little bit here. Tilt it this way a little bit. Let some of the paint run off. Tilt it back so we can center the paint again in the painting. Let it run off. Tilt it back. Let's go down. And let's go back. Now right now, let's center the paint again. And let's just look at it. We have some negative space. We have the gray. Not a lot of the black has shown up, but we could do some blowing technique where we get the straw when we blow. We could leave it as is. We have some nice cell development right in the center where that smearing off cap was. So we have some nice cell work there. Let's do just a tad bit of blowing. Interesting. Not bad. Let's just spin it around a little bit. Keep spinning it. Now I'm going to stop for a moment. You always have the desire to keep blowing and keep doing more and more. But let's just stop and take a pause. It's always good to take a pause, look at your painting, see how it's coming out, how it's developing. I like the white. I actually love the yellow and the green. Black is okay. It's probably not my favorite in this case. Got some dark red here. Let's spin it around and see here. Trying to decide if I'm going to help it by tilting it or make it worse. Let's tilt down. Ooh, some of that paint is really thick. Yeah, I may have ruined this. So now we're committed. We're going to have to go with it. Let's go back. Let's set it down and take a look. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm probably glad that I did that pour. Getting that paint off of there. I actually like that. So we are, let me spin it around to where my top is, where I'm going to connect it. See how I'm going to like it there, because that's where it's going to connect to another piece. I don't hate that at all. I'm going to stop here, everyone at YouTube. My name is Creative E-Curb. I paint for pure enjoyment and pleasure. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends and family about it, and come back and keep watching. I'm going to give you a close-up now.